Welcome to Ilagan Whiteboard Friday, where we look at complex legal and compliance issues in a simple to do ways. This series is brought to you by Ilagan, your partner and provider of end-to-end business services.
Hello and welcome to Ilagan Whiteboard Fridays, where we look at various taxation and compliance related issues in a user-friendly fashion. Today let's look how to form a private limited company. So to start a private limited company you need minimum 2 people. You can have more, but you need minimum 2 people. Nowadays PAN has become mandatory for each people who are associated with the private limited. More importantly, if you are as a director. So that is now mandatory for Indian citizens and NRIs. So make sure that the people who are coming together have the PAN. Many times what happens, the founders, when they are at a moonlighting stage, they nominate some of the family members like father, mother, wife or brother, sister, anyone, or maybe in-laws. So just make sure that they have a PAN, otherwise that could delay the whole process. First we will have to get the PAN for the proposed promoters, and then only we can get started on the balance of the process. So you need PAN. One of the first step is to get a digital signature. In a private limited, one person need to have a digital signature. To know more about digital signature, refer to our other video on digital signature. Since all the documents are filed electronically, this is an important and first step to get that. Then we get all the director identification number, or which is called DIN. For all the proposed directors, there has to be minimum 2 directors and 2 shareholders at any point of time. Now both these people can be shareholder and director can be same set of people, or it can be a completely different set of people also. So for all the proposed directors, if they don't have a DIN, we need to get a DIN. There is a specified process to get that. Again, PAN, address proof and photographs are generally needed to get you the director identification number. Once you have the DIN and you have the digital signature, the first step is to get an approval for the proposed name. So whatever name you want to start the company with, that needs to be approved by the ROC, that's the Registrar of Companies. So during the name approval we should make sure that it is not very similar, either phonetically, like many people just say that we have a spelling different than an existing company, so it should not be even phonetically similar, and to big brand names it should not be very close also. So these are few things that ROC looks at while deciding whether to approve or reject a name. So make sure your name is unique. Second thing is it should properly reflect the main activities of the company. For example, if you are into a software business, you will not have something called ABC Retail Private Limited and doing a software development. So you should have, say, something like ABC Systems or ABC Technologies Private Limited and stuff like that. If you are planning to open a retail store, then ABC Retail makes much more sense. So that's right. So these are the few things that you should consider while deciding on what names to select, and then that name has to be approved before you can move forward. During the name approval, we also need to specify what are the main objectives of the company, so that has to be properly done. You can take the help of the expert to do this, or otherwise you can draft yourself, but it's always advisable because you don't know what language the ROC generally understand or what's the way it should be presented and stuff. So it's always good to take an expert help. Now, drafting a good memorandum and articles of association is very crucial for a business. Few reasons, because the memorandum and articles cannot be changed drastically. Like you can certainly make changes to memorandum and articles, but you cannot make drastic changes. So like you cannot turn around the whole document with a completely new set of document. These are very important. These decide what you can do, how you are doing things, whether you are complying to various laws and stuff or not. And mistakes in this could actually lead to a very wrong kind of a company type, where you may have to face consequences as you go along. Whenever any stakeholder who does business with you, your customers, your bankers, investors, anybody would refer to your memorandum and articles before starting a relationship with you. So make sure this is done properly, and it is highly recommended to take a expert help here and not to try to do things or do a copy paste from here and there. Otherwise, majority chances are the documents get rejected at ROC level, and you delay the overall incorporation process, because there are multiple rounds of here and there, and also there is a limit on how many times you can resubmit. So in case if you don't satisfy or are not able to do it in those many times, then you risk losing the whole money paid for the incorporation and stuff. So that's the most important part of incorporation, is what I would recommend. And then you should have an address where the company shall be registered. So even if you are not staying there, it's okay, but you may have a proper rental agreement and stuff. So you need to have an address where all various government correspondences could come. So a valid address, whichever city you are trying to register, it should be in that city, is very much needed. Then once all these documents are ready, you can file for incorporation. There are various formats. Again, good to take an expert help here or hire an agency who can do that. And once the incorporation, all the documents are found to be in order, the ROC approves and you get a certificate of incorporation. So that's the day when your company is actually and legally into existence. After that, you can start entering into any kinds of agreement, or you can do any kind of business, or you can do the business that you had intended to in the same. So the day the incorporation certificate is issued, that's the day where your company is actually registered. And once that is done, then you may require various kinds of business licenses, for example PAN, TDS, service tax, VAT, excise. Again, good to talk to an expert what all things you are doing and see what is applicable for your line of business. An overkill or an underkill can both kill you actually. So if you are underkill, like if you have not taken the required license, you are not complying to all the laws of the land. And if you have taken additional licenses, for example you are a services company and you take a VAT registration which is not needed, then you are actually incurring heavy cost in maintaining those licenses and meeting those compliances. So extra bandwidth and money is spent to meet that. So again, look at what all license is needed and then take those licenses and then continue to run your business. That's it on how to form a private limited company. I hope this would be useful for all the aspiring entrepreneurs. Good luck with your ventures, and thanks for attending eLagan Whiteboard Friday. Feel free to drop us an email at support@elagan.com or check out our extensive knowledge base at elagan.com/kb. Thank you.